I have learned so many lessons about love from God. I feel like the word love has been so distorted in our culture. We've equated it with things like sex, or we've equated it even with things just like a relationship. And that's just kind of combined and confined to the patterns of what we feel like or what we're receiving. The best lessons on love I've ever learned come from Jesus, who's constantly giving it away, or constantly like taking love to places where love has not normally been found. I remember learning this lesson so well from a friend of mine named Annie. I used to live in a place called the downtown east side of Vancouver. It's a drug-addicted community. About 7,000 injecting drug users live in this like 8-city block. And Annie was one of those drug users. She also was mentally ill. I remember she had this like crazy hair and like wild eyes and a really mischievous smile. And Annie and I became friends. We were walking one day. I was on my way to Starbucks in Gastown, which if you don't know Vancouver, Gastown is like one of the nicest, beautiful, quaintest areas of the city. The problem, of course, is that Gastown is literally right next to the downtown east side. So the little quaint shops and kind of expensive tourist area for those shipping boats that stop, those cruise ships that come, it makes a problem for the local businesses. So they hired a security force to just kind of keep the residents of the downtown east side out of Gastown. Annie was with me, so we were going anyway to Starbucks, getting ourselves a latte to start the day. I mean, we were living in Vancouver after all. And on our way to Starbucks, we saw this guy. He was really out of sorts. He was spitting. He was angry. He was drunk. He was inebriated. He was a resident of the downtown east side in the wrong place. And he was flanked on either side by these security guards. And they were escorting him out of Gastown back into the neighborhood in which he belonged. Annie and I saw it at the same time, but I was a little bit paralyzed, like, well, I don't know what to do. Annie knew what to do. She ran straight towards this guy. She grabbed him by the scruff of the neck, and she just began to kiss him. Yeah, kiss him. And I don't mean like politely, like a little peck. I mean like a proper, full-blown, like unhygienic kiss. Like, ah, what's happening right now? I remember the security guards both stepping backwards, going like, ah, we don't know what to do. How do we arrest her for excessive love, you know? When finally they got done kissing, Annie said to him, just looked him in the eye and said, I really love you. When she said that, he like came to. I've never really seen something happen, but he wasn't drunk anymore. He wasn't upset anymore. He was calm. He was in his right mind and still wondering what we were going to do. And Annie broke to him the great news that it was really good news that we ran into each other because I was taking them both to Starbucks. In that moment, realized that love isn't just a thing. It isn't just a feel good. It isn't just like a for you thing. Love is a force. Love is a mission. Love has power to transform situations. Love has messy ability to change the dynamics and systems and structures in which we live. I wonder if you know that kind of love. Or if you hold that kind of love, or if you use that kind of love to confront all the places in our world that desperately need it.